Okay. Okay, guys. Sorry we're a bit late on the start of the visual information session. We would ask for an hour of your time. What we'd like to do is to introduce the Strategic Urban Planning and Policy specialization track we have here at IHS. Like I said, we want about an hour of your time. We have a short presentation, and at the end there'll be a Q&A session where we can answer some of your questions. Please feel free to ask us questions during the presentation. Just type a message in the info box, and at the end we'll circle back and we'll answer all your questions at the end. Okay, so my name is Fergal. I'm the admissions officer here at IHS, and I'm here today with the course coordinator, Jachow, and our research assistant, Gisela. So I'll just run through a quick structure of the presentation. So we'd like to tell you a little bit more about the course itself, the Urban Management and Development Masters that it's part of. After that, I'll hand over to my colleagues and we'll dig a bit more into course content, learning objectives, what some of our alumni have done after they've graduated, and also information on how to apply, and scholarship information and things like that, practical matters. The Strategic Urban Planning and Policy Specialization track is part of the Urban Management and Development Masters program that we do here. It's our flagship program. Every year we welcome about 100 master students to the course in October every year. We have 6 specializations within the Urban Management and Development Masters course. So these 6 specializations will share general courses at the beginning of the program. There's action planning, there's group work, there's learning objectives so that you're sharing knowledge between you. But also within the beginning period, you're going to start working on your specialization track quite soon after starting the program. So you'll be working on specific urban planning and policy learning outcomes from quite early in course 1. That means that in block 2, you'll be working specifically within your specialization track. So you'll be working in smaller groups, all working on the same specialization. And within that period, there's also going to be a program of guest lectures from local experts. And we have a program of electives. These are additional programs that we do within the course content, so that by the end of the program, you're ready to attack your thesis, fully armed with everything that you've learned within the specialization and the general courses.
Hi everyone, this is Gisela speaking. I'm introducing a little bit the family of the Strategic Urban Planning and Policy. As you see, we are very international. We work here in Europe. We're mainly European, but also from other parts of the world. This is very interesting as we bring all kinds of expertise from different countries and also fields of study. As you see in the next slide, we have quite a diverse background. Myself, I'm a policy analyst, but I'm working together with architects, with urban planners, with people that, sociologists, for instance, that are very interested in bringing up, building up a community of urban studies and so. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi there, happy to give you all a warm welcome. Good that you joined. My name is Jachow. I'm with the IHS since about 6 years now, and I originally come from Berlin, where we also did an urban management course, and I've been quite around the world. I've been in Latin America and Mexico, Argentina, and Brazil for 2 years doing favela improvements. Then went to Asia. I was 4 years in Bangladesh, 2 years in Nepal, working now frequently on India also, do a couple of assignments in Africa. We have just concluded bigger research in East Africa, and we are currently working on a sustainable informal upgrading in Namibia. So I bring all these direct hands-on experience into the teaching, and for us it's very important to discuss also the kind of knowledge we create and how we critically can work within a stakeholder community to better urban development. As said, I've been with a number of international organizations. I worked with the Germans, but also with international organizations, with UN Habitat, UNESCO. And my main area of interest and expertise is capacity development, which means, of course, a wide range of different inputs, but mainly on the discussion about planning and management. And as said, we've been doing research from IHS, which is actually one of the big advantages of the institution, because we as teachers are also encouraged to do research, to do action research, and to engage in consultancies.
So this is me, Gisela. I'm from Spain. I've studied also in the Netherlands prior coming to IHS. I've been around 1.5 years here working, and I can already tell you that I don't want to leave the Netherlands. Here at IHS, I'm working mainly as a research assistant, but I work in teaching. I've been mentoring master students for the past 2 years, and it's been a very amazing experience, since I get to know a lot of international people, and it's very beautiful to see how in the end of the year everybody builds a bond together. So my background is mainly in environmental risk management and in, as I said before, in public policy analysis. And this is actually a very interesting thing, because we have an elective called urban policy analysis, which in this year we will be talking about transportation in urban areas. I work also in consultancy. I help Alex mainly in the Ecuador project because of my Spanish background and language. And I do also some research on the co-production of urban knowledge, especially in this Ecuadorian context, and risk and informality in the case of, for instance, Argentina. I can follow this. The strategic urban planning and policy will teach you how to, and will critically assess urban policies and plans. We work a lot with master plans and with current policies that have been developed not only in the global north, but especially in the global south. So we help you to understand them and critically assess them on how you could improve them. Apply concepts and tools related to developing and implementing visions, strategies, and projects. Engage and involve stakeholders, understand their positions and motivations in complex contexts. This is a very important point, since we really stress the importance of talking to people, and not only to the community, but also to governmental actors to see their political interests. Very important also to come up with innovative solutions, and not only criticize what is out there, but actually come up with relevant solutions that can come. Manage and coordinate groups, and we stress groups because we think that working in the urban area is very much related to group working with diverse backgrounds, as I said before, and convincingly communicate ideas. This is very important, of course, if we want to have a harmonized group working pattern.
Right. So if you want to know why to study strategic urban planning and policies, first of all, what I think is very important to understand is that we are living in a very urban age, as in most of the continents, excluding maybe Europe and North America, subcontinent of North America. We face very high urban growth, and we need a lot of more cities. So many cities have not been built yet, and we have to understand how to make planning more sustainable, how to understand the needs within the city of the citizens, how to cater those needs, and also how to live in a different way, because we have to change our lifestyles. And I think everybody is aware of this, since we have been discussing climate change and other difficulties, challenges for this century. So how do we do this? First of all, as Gisela already pointed out, everybody is involved. There is nobody excluded from an urban development. So you have to get stakeholders together. You have to understand how to involve stakeholders, how to negotiate with them, stakeholders as in communities, the government, the municipal officer, the shop holder next door, etc. So all these people have something to say in the urban realm. So we teach you how to approach these people and how to include them into your planning. We also give you the advice and the information for doing your thesis research at all kinds of scales of a project, and we specifically give you the possibility to do real life cases within your thesis research, but also within our track. We will provide you, for example, action planning, which is part of also what our team is doing. We use Rotterdam as a very interesting case study, and not necessarily only for people that want to work in Europe, but it's something where internationally you can learn from. And at the same time, we will provide you examples from Africa, Asia, Latin America, so you can understand how the differences will contribute to a global diversity. Last not least, at the moment we do serious gaming, which is something that we've been working on with this year in Asia, Africa, and Latin America to understand how planning works by playing with games.
So why study at IHS? Well, IHS, as you know, is in Rotterdam, so it's a very international city. We have a lot of international experts in applied research at IHS that can come and give you some lectures, a lot of free lectures also during the year. We have a broad, very powerful alumni network that works in different fields, such as in national ministries, international cooperation agencies, research institutes, and so you can always ask them about their experience in IHS. Rotterdam, the city of Rotterdam, allows you to understand the innovative urban solutions on housing, public spaces, and the alternative to motorized transportation. As you know, the Netherlands is a very nice country on how to cycle. So if you ever plan to learn how to cycle, I think it's a great country to come because the security is very high. We have a truly international and diverse environment, as you've seen, but you have to really come and check it out. And the master's is from a top 100 university, and we are always up to date because of our refresher courses.
So what do we apply? Of course, we have lectures, but at the same time, we are also, because we want to encourage critical thinking, so we have lectures that are interactive. We have you talking to each other. We have an understanding that you bring a lot of knowledge that you can share with you. So it's not a top-down lecture anymore. It is much more workshop related. It's much more interactive. And we have a number of teamworks where we encourage you to work in your skills to enhance your strengths that you have, where you can apply the knowledges and skills that you have from your previous work, but then also excel in them and be really good in the complexity of planning. And as said, we have now also as a standard teaching our serious gaming. We do play the city. We do understand the rules of a game as something that you would plan for, or where the planning is a part of it. So we will diversify also in our teaching methods. As for the alumni experiences, just to point two people out that have been recently graduated at our course, that is Kasper, who is Belgium from Descendants, but he has been into a number of countries. He was in the Caribbean. He was working for UNESCO there, and I don't read out the script. You can read what he said. The quote. I think what all of our alumni are reporting back is they learned diversity. They learned how to engage with communities, how to understand the different visions and how people relate to their environment and how they want to plan it and how they want to change it. Richard is a very, very smart student that has graduated a few years ago, and he's in Rwanda now, having a very good job actually, within the Cities Alliance, and he's been working as a consultant for planning and urban planning theories in a couple of assignments. And also what is very nice of the two of them and a number of others, we are keeping in touch continuously. Swati Pujari from Nepal, who I saw is also online. Hello, Swati. She is now in London, and we keep in touch. And often when we go to the countries, we would do, for example, a refresher course together. We would engage and we consider our alumni as part of our family.
Yeah, so I could speak a bit about this. So our students come from all around the world. Like I said, the program normally consists of about 100 students, and generally they come from 45 to 50 different countries. You see from this infographic that we have here that in the last 2 years, they've come from from 4 different continents. Similarly, they're equally diverse in their education and their previous experience. There really is no one kind of IHS student. It's about architects and people working in cities and people working in the non-profit sector, looking to get a diverse set of skills that mean they can move on in their career. What's great is that we can accommodate all of these different students at once, and watching all you guys share experiences together.
Well, here's some examples of job and industries where our current alumni work. Project manager, circular economy at Philips, urban governance and policy specialist at UN Habitat, architectural consultant at Asian Development Bank, spatial planning advisor at GIZ, senior inspector at the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development, director at Center of Environmentally Sustainable Transport and Climate Change, and full professor at Pontificia in Universidad Javeriana. So these are examples of jobs and industries. As you see, we have a lot of private industries, but also supranational entities like the UN Habitat or the GIZ, which actually works in development cooperation. And we also have research institutes or universities as the Pontificia Universidad Javeriana.
So if that wasn't enough reasons, I'll just go through some of the practical points of studying with us as well. So the program is a full 12 months. Like I said, a lot of our students, they already are mid-level professionals. They already have jobs that they want to get back to, or they want to go and become managers at. So you join us in October and we work for a full 51 weeks until September 2021. We have a tuition fee of 13,900 euros. That's a flat rate for all students, but if we do offer an early bird payment, so applications and payments that we receive before June 1 receive a 1,000 euro discount on the tuition fee. If you're thinking about applying, or if you'd like to know more information about that, please get in touch with us. We do also have a full scholarship and funding database on our website. If you have information, if you have questions about funding, please get in touch. We're always happy to answer those questions. It's a service we're happy to provide. Similarly, so admissions requirements. Like I said, there is no one type of IHS student, and it's important that we are open to students from around the world. We'll look at any student who has a high-class bachelor's degree with a transcript of a suitable level. We are an English-speaking institute, so we will require proof of English language. That might be a standardized test. That might be previous experience that you have. Also, like I said, a lot of our students already have careers, so we're always looking at the practical experiences that you have from your professional exposure. What can you add to the classroom based on your professional experiences and interactions? Like I said, there is no one type of student, so we are always happy to receive applications and start that conversation with you about how suitable you are for IHS. So I think that's it. I hope that was informative. I hope that answered some of your questions. If you do have any questions, please fill them out in the chat box. We'll stay here until all the questions have been answered. Yeah. Are there any questions so far? No, just loads of praise about how great we are.
Just in the name. Let's go scroll down.
Okay, so guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Like I said, we'll stay here a little bit longer just to see if you have any more questions. If you do have questions, please just get in touch. You can find all of us on the website, or just message us at the admissions inbox as well. Just lots of happy. It's just lots of happy customers.
Shall we go back to the video?
I think so.
But how we do this?
We just, I think we're done. And live video at the bottom.
No, then we just turn off the.
Yeah, but I think.
Yes, please, Carlos Morales.
Nice. In terms of backgrounds that we accept, typically we have students joining us who have a bachelor's in civil engineering, architecture, city planning, geography. There really is no one kind of background. What we generally look at is students who have about 2 years experience professionally, who are looking to sort of upskill or move on in their careers. Yeah, so I would recommend that you check out the funding database that we have on our website. Some of those are partial funding, some of those are full funding. It's important that you do research and you do the research early and find out what works for you. You are allowed to use funding from a variety of different sources. It's your money, it's your future, so how you organize your finances is up to you.
And Justin, you can find most of the information we just shared also on the website. The website is now screening.
Yeah.
Right. I understand that everything has been clarified and you have no further questions. We are always here to answer your questions per email. So please get in touch with us and we will be trying to respond as quickly and as comprehensive as possible.
Okay. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.